back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about wedding stuff, so that's really exciting for me. I'm a little under 4 months away from my wedding, so things are starting to get real. I'm trying to make like all those really big decisions now, making all of the detailed choices and stuff like that, buying everything. First of all, can we talk about how expensive it is to buy everything for your wedding, especially if you're having over 100 people? Like, I would not even say I'm having like a huge wedding, and I still I feel like buying everything it's a lot. So that brings us to the point of this video. I'm talking about all of the ways that I'm trying to save money, do this wedding on a budget, and just some things I've learned along the way. I know when I first got engaged, I was watching like as many YouTube videos as I could possibly find, trying to say like how they did things, what they wish they would have done, what they wish they wouldn't have done, all of that stuff. So my very first tip is going to be to make a list of priorities. I know that's what everyone says. Every single video I watched said that, but it really made a huge difference. For me, my top priority was having a good photographer and a good videographer. Those were a really big deal to me. So I had a specific budget that I could use, and it was really important to me to stay within that budget. And I knew if I spent more on a photographer and videographer, that I would have to take away somewhere else. That thing for me ended up being flowers. It could be something else for you. Anyway, for me, having a good photographer and videographer was like a huge deal. A huge deal. I really wanted someone I could trust, someone I liked the pictures and video, because those are the only things you can really look back on. So that was my huge thing. So just make a list of your priorities. Something really low on my priority list was flowers, and honestly, this one, everyone has a different opinion about their priorities, I guess. And catering. I didn't care about having like a super fancy meal. I just wanted something that people would eat. Even if that meant having to do like finger foods or something, I just wanted something that people were going to eat and like, and we wouldn't have a bunch of leftover. So for food, we are actually doing pizza. I'm really excited about it. It took us a really long time to get to that conclusion. I went back and forth because I was like, okay, we'll spend this much on pizza. Why don't we spend a little bit more and do something a little bit more formal? And it was a big deal. So anyway, pizza was a great option for us. We both really love pizza. I think we're gonna have really cute pictures from it and everyone's gonna love it. We're actually doing a food truck that provides pizza. The guests will not be going in and out to the food truck, but what will happen is they'll make the pizza fresh in the truck and then bring it in. So that was honestly even better than some other catering options because every single pizza will be fresh. It's all you can eat and it comes with salad. So try to find something that has a bundle like that, and you get a little bit more for what you're paying. So that's what we're doing for that. It did end up being a little bit more expensive than I thought, but still it wasn't as much as doing like a full course, like steak, chicken, pork, whatever. Especially if you're gonna have over 100 people. I feel like 100 is kind of the mark where it's like, okay, let's really think about what's important and what's not. So yeah, that was another thing. Other thing is flowers. I could not justify spending thousands of dollars on flowers. I'm like, I could spend that other couple of $100,000, literally $1,000 on my centerpieces, or having more food, or putting it towards my photographer, or whatever it is. So I'm actually doing fake flowers. Oh, I brought a box over, let me grab it. Okay, so like I said, I'm doing fake flowers. For me, that made more sense. I am gonna have to put all the bouquets together myself, but I know you can get on Etsy and buy like pre-made bouquets and stuff like that. I actually am kind of liking doing everything myself. I know that a lot of people don't like that and they would rather pay someone to do everything, which honestly, if it was in my budget, maybe I would, I don't know. But I'm kind of enjoying doing the things myself. I'm making my own signs, I'm making my own flowers, I'm just kind of designing the whole thing myself, and I've actually really enjoyed it. I've been staying ahead of schedule, so that's been helping too. I think it's just because I'm excited, I don't know. But anyway, here are my flowers. This is just one box of them. So they come in boxes that are this size. And then if you open it up, this is just one box. So I will say, if you're gonna buy fake flowers, let me grab them both. If you're going to buy fake flowers, I would definitely recommend getting something like foam or wood flowers. I like the foam better than the wood. So this is what a foam flower looks like. You can kind of see, it just looks really real. It's like squishy. They look awesome. And then this is like a plastic flower that you'd get from Hobby Lobby. It still looks really beautiful. They're just a little bit more flimsy. Honestly, they just look more fake. That's just what it is. This is the two of them together. You can just tell there's a little bit of a difference. I will be mixing 2 and 2 together, but I'm gonna be trying to do more of the foam than like the plastic papery flowers. Making the decision for fake flowers really made a huge difference because I was getting quoted, and this was for like minimum flowers, like minimum flowers, and I was getting quoted like almost 2,000 for a lot of them. So, and then I think I ended up spending on all my flowers and greenery, I think about 600, which I know is still a lot, but I don't know, compared to almost 2,000, I saved about $1,000. And you don't have to pay your florist like the labor fee and delivery fee and all of that, which they deserve. You know, if you're gonna pay a florist, they put a lot of work into your flowers. So totally makes sense. Decide your priorities, make that happen. The next thing is get a dress that is in your budget. I was really excited to buy my wedding dress. I'm not the kind of person that's like, I'm only gonna wear it once. I don't wanna like spend a bunch of money on it. I'm like, yeah, you're only gonna wear it once, but you're hopefully only gonna get married once. So do what you can that way, but do set a budget for how much you wanna spend on your dress and try not to go over that because you have to think about taxes, alterations, and if you wear a veil, all of that stuff really adds up. I used to work at a dress shop, so I was lucky enough when I went in, I kind of knew how much would be added, and a lot of places allow you to make payments too. I actually made payments on my dress just so I could hold it and get it off the floor, whatever, so I could have it. But yeah, definitely decide what you want to do that way. And then another thing is decide how many bridesmaids you want. Because you don't really think about this. I didn't think about this until a little bit later, and I'm glad that I thought about it at all. And I haven't actually heard anyone say this before, so maybe this was just something that was personal to me, I don't know. But decide how many bridesmaids you want, because the more bridesmaids you have, the more expensive things are gonna be. It doesn't have to be, but so for example, I'm not buying my bridesmaids dresses. I tried to choose something that was decently affordable that I still really liked, and they're also buying their own shoes, but it's just, I think, common etiquette, I guess, to get your bridesmaids something the day of the wedding. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I'm gonna buy them robes, and I'm gonna put together like a little gift bag. And then also you just have to think about, okay, are they gonna pay for their own hair and makeup? Do you care if they have their hair and makeup done? For me, I really did. I'm paying for all of my girls to get their makeup done professionally. I felt like that was just something that was important, and they're spending a lot of money to be in your wedding. After your bachelorette party, your bridal shower, coming to all of your things, a lot of times they're traveling for all of those. They deserve to have a gift for that. You know, they're putting a lot of their time, they're taking time off work, all of it. I think it's important to reward them with something. I'll probably make a separate video talking about how I put together like all my bridesmaids gifts and stuff for the wedding day. But yeah, I am paying for their makeup because that's what I want. And some people are like, I don't care if my bridesmaids have their makeup done or not. And that's completely your call. You know, you just have to make that list of priorities. for me, that was something that was important. The next thing is you need to talk with your partner and see how much they want to spend on their attire. For me, my fiance, he does want to spend a little bit more, which he should. It's both of our wedding day, you know, like it's important to him to have nice shoes and a nice suit. So we have to make sure we have that in our budget, because I also have friends, their fiancés, they didn't care. They're like, yeah, get me whatever you want, buy something off Amazon, don't care. Which, you know, again, priorities. So, but for me, that's something I definitely had to budget in. Another thing, speaking of that, budget in your partner's ring. This is where I made a mistake. I did not really budget in the ring for my fiance. It's not smart, not smart. And if you don't have a wedding band yet, budget in also buying a wedding band for yourself. Different stuff like that, you know, you kind of have to think about a lot when it comes to planning a wedding that maybe you didn't think about before. Because there's the big normal things, photographer, caterer, venue, all of that stuff. But there's a lot of small things that really add up. Decide how important your shoes are for you or how not important they are. Decide if you want your hair done or if you want to do your hair yourself, or if you want a bachelorette party or if you don't, or literally anything. Like, there's so much when it comes to planning a wedding. It's kind of insane. Another thing that was important to me is having my table set nice. That's cost me a lot of money. So decide for yourself. Another thing is having an open bar. Do you care about having an open bar? Do you not? Do you want like a 2-drink limit? Or do you want no alcohol? Another thing is a lot of venues require security and you have to pay your security by the hour. It's just all of those things you really have to think about when you're planning your wedding if you want it to be big or small, because I think some places they say you don't need security if you have under 50 guests or something, or if you have it, I think it also depends on where you have it. I guess I don't know that for sure. But yeah, anyway, there's just a lot of little things that you have to think about. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I have done. I've made a few TikToks on how I've been making like my own signs. I can do that here too if you guys want. Comment down below if you guys want me to show you guys how I make all of my signs and where I'm printing them and how I'm displaying those. But that saved me a little bit of money. You can buy them pretty cheap on Etsy if you don't feel like making them yourself. But for me, all the little bit counts. So those are going to be the main things. I feel like I got really sidetracked and just started like rambling about random things. Let me make sure I went through everything. So make a list of priorities. Choose if you want like a full course meal or if you just want to do finger foods or small, cheaper food. A lot of people do like barbecue or Mexican. I feel like that's also a little bit cheaper. Make those decisions early on because those are going to take a big portion of your budget. Flowers, again, I'm doing fake flowers. It's been a game changer for me, and I'm actually excited to do my own flowers. I hope that they turn out okay. How many guests do you want, if you want an open bar or not, and your partner, ask them what they think is important and how much you want to spend on their stuff, because as brides, I feel like sometimes it's easy to be like, well, my dress, my shoes, my makeup, all of that stuff. We kind of forget that we have someone else that's also getting married with us. So make sure that you talk to them about it. But yeah, I will stop that video here. I hope this was a little bit beneficial, at least. I don't know. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any other questions. I can answer them specifically in different videos. But thank you guys so much for watching. I post every Thursday. I have my Instagram down below, and I'll also put my TikTok down there. I've been posting a lot of wedding content on my TikTok as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week.